the street. We got kids and families walking to movies, and we got people drinking and driving. I will not be in support of alcohol.
Any other commission discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I received a call on this today, and this is something new, the first special event permit for alcohol in the Kennedy Commons. I cannot remember the individual's name I spoke with, but her concern was the public should have more say in it. I agree with that, but right now this is in front of us. I have had more negative support for this, and due to the reason of this, the Kennedy Commons has always been a family-oriented place. Yes, the times are changing, but I think we still need that one place where children, the young adults, are safe from the alcohol. Alcohol is an addiction. It's getting worse in our county, alcohol and drugs, and I'm not going to support it at the Kennedy Commons.
And I myself, as I stated last week, I am also not in favor of this at Kennedy Commons. And Kennedy Commons has always been a place for the youth of this community to recreate what it originally intended for. Although it seems like the community has pretty much taken that away from it. We've got a tree in the middle of the commons that no longer allows for baseball playing. We've got all the different organizations that have put up their little displays around the commons, and it's pretty much taken away from that. And I think that it is still a place where the youth should be able to recreate. I'm still, I'm not even, I guess, and even with the covenants being lifted, I'm still not positive that is actually taking place. We got a letter from
There's 9 attorneys in the room. I think 9 attorneys figured it out.
Okay, so do we have, I mean, do we have, this says that their intent was, yes, you've asked for that. Have we understood? Yes, filed actually. Okay, so last week that was, that's been done. So, but I still, I'm still not in favor of this stuff at the park. I think that the Brew Fest has taken place at the Chamber Center in past years. We have plenty of parks, even our own ordinance states that with open container, that there can be alcohol at Washoe Park and Goodman Park. It can be Charlotte Young Complex at any time they are open. And I think that the youth deserve to have at least one place that remains alcohol free. CEO, any comments?
Yeah, I've talked to an awful lot of people. I don't know if you guys attended Smelterman days last year. It was a huge event. I don't think I've seen any of you guys there. I attend most social events in the community. I try to attend everything there is. It's definitely not a rambunctious crowd by any means. I'd say average age is probably closer to 55 years old, something like that. These are your business leaders. These are your very respected community members that attend these things. This is not a rock concert, 21-year-old. It was an absolutely phenomenal event that they put on. Especially in the first year, to have that kind of success is pretty amazing. Usually these things blow upon themselves. So for that, I love the event. One thing I saw is the music started. This went out for large people, but right away, unfortunately, people drifted away from the park, and everyone drifted over to the local establishments because that's the social venues for Anaconda. Unfortunately, we lost all those people at the park. And you hear the beautiful music, but everyone was inside Thompson's or you get out to the brewery, those kinds of things. So it was kind of sad that we lost part of that. Being in the center of town, everybody saw it. And I think maybe that's why it was so successful, because it was right in the middle of town. A lot of people don't read the paper, they don't know exactly what's going on, but they're driving across town, they see the event, they stop, they participate. The events that we have down in Washoe Park are fantastic, guys, they're amazing. But unless you go out of your way to go down there, you don't see what's happening out there. It's not going to catch your attention. Truly, it's one of the things that we lost last year, is everyone went away. It was sad. We all started acting like, oh my goodness, everyone's leaving with this beautiful music. Everyone drifted to have a drink, not to get drunk, to have a couple of drinks. This will be very limited. This will not be a drunk crowd. These are older people. As far as the children's park, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's no children equipment on that park. That's the only park where we don't have play equipment. The parks you mentioned, guys, that's where the playgrounds are. I don't know if you know the swing sets, all that. Those aren't the other parks. Children's park that allow alcohol. This one here has no children amenities to it. let alone there's alcohol around children all the time. They're obviously pretty safe. Our goal is to try to get the community more dynamic, more involved in these activities. I don't know if you guys go attend the events in Butte. All their events, they have huge festivals, all those allow alcohol. And they've even got rid of some of their festivals, like Evil Knievel Days, because it was the wrong crowd. Now their other crowds are fantastic, and they're definitely family oriented. I don't know if you guys have ever gone to, I apologize, I forget names so horrible, but the Folk Festival, and then the
Henry Roth.
Henry Roth. Irish, absolutely phenomenal guys, and alcohols actually accepted there. As well as, I don't know if you've attended the St. Patty's Days in Butte anymore. Guys, it's not what it used to be. All the crazy stories, guys, it's gone. It's, oh my gosh, very, very well respected. An event like this, obviously, many of our policemen would probably be there with their families. I did go to our police department and asked. Chief Harkel is in full support of it. Actually, we got our assistant chief really Saturday tonight. I talked to Judge Bayhut as well, get his opinion, he's in full support of it. Talked to our road department, going around, I talked to a lot of people. And I know you talked to one person who maybe you make a comment. Hey, I'm over 50 people.
I've talked to over 50 people, whether it's on phone, Albertsons, around town, and I've received comments both for and against.
Okay, good, I do appreciate that. These guys are trying to do something good. I got a letter from Margie Smith that I put in your file. I mean, Margie was one of the leaders behind this Smelterman thing last day. Her and her husband, her and Pete, which kind of surprised me. I didn't see them being this outgoing. They put on one heck of a event. Now they're trying to offer some other people that are really taking care of most of it. But her letter, as you said, says she's in full support of it. She also lives right across the street at 314 Bakery Street. But she said, you know what, I don't want full alcohol in this park. That's not what we want. I don't ever want to see that. I want it to be very limited. I want it to be permitted. I want it to be for a function that we approve. And it's going to be a function that's going to facilitate the right kind of people we want in the park. And she also said, I want permitters. We don't want people out there at 11 o'clock at night partying. That's not the thing. Have very strict cutoffs. She even volunteered that she would help clean up and cease and desist, so to speak, at the tournament. Obviously, I'm for it. I'm for any kind of event we've gone this town, let alone first class event like this. Guys, this was first class done last year. Absolutely. This will not take away from it. It will add to the event, like every other event in every other town. I spent a lot of time in Missoula events, Ellen events. Guys, that's normal. We got rid of prohibition about 100 years ago. This park was one of the last places in Montana that still had it. And if it's, this is a very limited event, and like Commissioner Gates said, try it. If it doesn't work, we don't have to approve it. This is not a free-for-all that we always have alcohol. This is a very limited one-time event. I don't know how many hours we have limited here. Is it 6 hours? 8 hours, basically a very limited time frame. We have police officers that are willing to donate their time as well. I'm in full support of it. I wish some of you guys would reconsider it and give it a try. The nice thing is you're actually voting on something that you just gotta give it a try. And if it doesn't work, it's just one day. And I'm pretty confident that one day we're not gonna have chaos. But if we do, obviously we never have to do it again. I guess that's my piece. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, we kind of hear a lot about folks talking about, well, we don't have, you know, we want to see more events in town, we want to have more of a draw for people in Anaconda. From my perspective of working with law enforcement, I'm not seeing something here that's going to create significant impact to criminal activity. You know, it is a park, it is right in the middle of town, but it's also the easiest place to walk to from every single part of town. You know, you're always going to have to deal with a potential DUI. Really, any day of the year, any night of the year, we've got drunk people driving around. Where the park is located, I think that we've got a much better chance that people are going to be able to walk home from where they are. I also would urge the commission to look at this from the perspective of this is an opportunity for this town to grow. One give it a try. Let's see if we can have a successful event go here. I went to the Smelterman's Day Parade last year. I went there with my wife, I went there with my kids. Last year they were age 8 and age 6. And I don't have a concern about drinking a beer in front of my kids. I try and teach my kids to be responsible in what they do. If I'm gonna have a beer in front of my kids, you know, I mean, that's showing them that something is socially acceptable, it's showing them there's a responsible way to have a beer. I'm not planning on going and getting completely plowed in front of them. I don't get completely plowed in front of them. You know, children are gonna learn by example. There's also the discussion that, hey, look, historically this has been a, you know, park for children. Okay, historically it has, but realistically, I mean, when are you seeing kids out there now? You really don't. If you see kids going out to the park, they're going out to Washoe Park, okay, or they're going to Betty Goodman Park, or they're going somewhere where there's playground equipment. I think that's probably the most adult park that we have in town. I think we've got a chance here for a really good event, and I think we've got a chance to kind of have more of a draw to our community for that event. I'd urge you to give it a try. Let's just give it a try for 1 year. I mean, this isn't a permanent, every year you're going to agree to do this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then you know what, then don't do it again next year. But I think there's an opportunity here to draw some folks into town to come enjoy our town as much as we do. It's not just about getting the folks in Anaconda to enjoy themselves. We have a good time all the time. Where we can draw in some money is when we can draw in people from surrounding communities, surrounding areas to come to Anaconda. And they're not just going to show up just to listen to music in the town. You know, they want the full platter of things that they can come here and enjoy and do. And this is giving them, you know, one more thing to enjoy when they come to town. That's just my take. Thank you.
Is there any public comment?
I'm Jeannie Crum. My address is 505 Caroline Court, and my husband and I own Anaconda Disposal Service, and I'm also here representing, I'm a board member of the Anaconda Chamber. We had this would be our 3rd year for the Smelterman's Brew Fest and Barbecue, and we have contacted triple the amount of people we had last year, brewers and barbecuers, to come this year. So we needed a bigger venue. We thought, what better place? Last year with the Smelterman's parade and that, it was just so nice to see people actually utilizing that park downtown in the center of town. Everybody just walking around, milling around. It was so nice to see that. We don't have one at the chamber, so we thought this would be a perfect place. Whether you like it or not, alcohol is our culture. You know, whether you accept it or not. The different brew fest type places that I've been to, they're pretty much responsible. They're talking about the brew, about what's in the brew, about what the barbecue is, what the rub is for the barbecue. It's not about party, go get smashed, crazy, tear up the town, and it's a different crowd. And so it is kid friendly. If you go to the brewery here, that is kid friendly. You know, people have their kids there, people, you know, it'll be the same type of situation. You know, everybody just gathering, we'll have music, we'll be able to use the bandstand versus having to rent a bandstand. We don't necessarily want to use our beautiful Washoe Park. That is used for a main event, like art in the park. We want to keep them kind of separate, and we want to bring more people to Anaconda. Just, you know, now there's a huge gathering for people to come to art in the park. Now we want people to start coming for another, you know, special event, not just that. So I don't know if you guys, were at the Smelterman's Brew Fest last year or the year before, but it's a real mellow, you know, just people out enjoying the nice weather and, you know, each other's company. Art in the park is, I don't know if you've been to that, but it's wild. It's loud, it's wild, it's whatever, but it's accepted because it's in its 30-something year. So we would like to make Smelterman's Brew Fest and barbecue that long, you know, last that long, and bring people from all over, not just, you know, Anaconda, but Butte and Phillipsburg. And bringing up Phillipsburg, they have these type of festivals all year long, and they draw a huge crowd from all over the place. Missoula, Butte, Anaconda. I don't know. I just think you should reconsider and think it's a positive as a business owner. It's bringing more people to Anaconda, which is a trickle-down effect to all of us. So I hope you guys will reconsider that. Thank you.
Is there any other public comment?
My name is Tim Davison, 1987. As we try and build up our community and attract people to our community and attract businesses to the community and try and keep people living in the community, we want a cool place to live. That's the number one thing that we hear nationally. Where's a cool place for your employees to live? So we started a very concerted effort 5-6 years ago of how do we get more events in town? How do we get more events downtown? The Commons has been dead for 25 years. We get 6 weeks of skating in the summer. We have the kids out using it for practice fields now, but not a lot of people use the Commons. You might walk around the outside, they'll sit on the benches. Not a lot of people use the Commons. It is a beautiful place in the middle of downtown. How do we get people off of Commercial Street, down, have an event, and then wander into the rest of downtown and use the amenities of downtown? That's why we've so much sponsored Live After 5. That's why the Chamber started to get Brewfest going. And Anaconda is now starting to be called sort of a cool place to be. I've heard people say they'd rather come to Anaconda than Red Lodge for some of the events. And so when we take a look at an event that's cool and to attract people in town, one of them are Brewfests. And Brewfests are really, really popular. They attract people that you want in your community. And more so, it attracts people that maybe want to stay here or come back into the community. Last year, when Ron Hewlett was trying to attract his employees to work for ITV, he made sure they came when there were things going on in town. He made sure they were here for Art in the Park. He made sure they were here for Goose Town. He made sure they were here for the Smelter Brew Fest, so they could see how cool the community was. And when you talk to these guys, they think it's a pretty cool place to live. So as we attract more people, yeah, it causes great problems, like we have to build more houses and increase our tax base and get more and more people there. There are reasons for this. Nobody wants to see the Commons turn into a place where you find nothing but empty six-packs all over the place. But to have a good event and brew is part of what makes events these days. That attracts people in, and again, on a limited basis, let's try it and see how it works. I think there has to be some real conversations on the Commons and how we completely use it. But in the meantime, let's try some of these experiments, or to go back to not being used as it was so many years ago.
Is there any other public comment?
I'm Mary Johnston, Director of the Chamber of Commerce, I'm at 213 Rumsey Street. I just wanted to add that we are looking into, with the ACI, doing some sober rights home. The alcohol permit that the state issues, we are required to wristband every single person and ID them if they are drinking. So there are those built-in precautions for outdoor events. So I just wanted to assure you that we are looking at that to try and provide some rights home. There weren't any incidents last year. We had one lady that got sunstruck. So the first beer and she was down, but she recovered very quickly. But we didn't have any type of disorderly conduct at our last two, and we don't anticipate any but we want to be prepared just in case. And we also involve the search and rescue to help us a little bit with barricades, crowd control a little bit, and of course, the police department has always weighed in on our permit too, because Chief Arkell signs our alcohol permit before it goes to the state for signature, so I just wanted to add that comment.
Mary, if I could, just a clarifying question. So, when this was being put together, I guess what was the rationale for not going with, say, like a bigger venue like Washoe Park or even Van Goodman Park that, of course, it's Smelterman's Day festivities, and that would have been right underneath the stack. So I guess what was the rationale for choosing this venue rather than a larger venue that would have been able to even accommodate a larger crowd?
To bring people downtown. People go by us all the time on commercial and they do not stop. They're on their way to Phillipsburg. So if we can pull even one person a day off of the highway, they might stay and spend more than 2 hours. You know, $75 for maybe lunch and a beer or something, or take a little bus tour, see what there is to see. They might think, oh, well, maybe I want to come here next year and stay for a couple days. Or, hey, this is coming up. I think we should go stay for the night. So the whole thought is, again, trickling down to businesses, hotels, gas, eateries. Tourism is a big thing, and I think we were missing out for a long time on that market. Tourism is the #1 industry in Montana. Tourists spend more money on gas is #1, lodging is #2, outfitters is #3. So bringing those tourists here to see that, oh, hey, this was a great event, I want to come next year. Townsend just got done with their rendezvous days in April, an outdoor brew fest. And they had 15 breweries, and our own brewery was there too, and they had a phenomenal turnout in Townsend, in the middle of nowhere. But of course, they're a little closer to Helena. But they pull people from all over. And again, they're a smaller community than we are. They're only 5,000 people. And this helps boost their economy as well as help keep their chamber running, because I believe it is a chamber event. And again, our chamber is basically a nonprofit. We're a 501c6. C6. But I am the only paid employee. I'm not a full-time employee because we only bring in about $25,000 a year right now in membership fees. We pay $3,500 a year in overhead utilities. So we need other events and fundraisers to help maintain the Chamber Visitor Center, which a lot of people seek out when they are going through Anaconda, as well as pay someone to help keep together the businesses, kind of keep on top of what's going on with chambers. So that's why we have it, and that's why we decided to go big, and that's why we decided to move it.
And the bandstand.
Oh, and the bandstand too. That was a big thing, because it's going to cost us a small fortune to rent a bandstand. A trailer doesn't do it anymore. The first 2 years we used a car hauler, and it almost wasn't big enough last year for the bands we had. So.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment?
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Bill Saad. I live 1020 East 4th. I'm also the Assistant Chief of Police here. Earlier today, like the Chief Executive said, he's stopping after me in Mr. Barkell if we have a problem. He doesn't, I don't. I talked to 8 officers today, told them, just give me what you think. Gonna be alcohol that's not ever been served at the commons. Is there a problem there? And like one officer says, well, alcohol's at the Live After 5, alcohol's Art in the Park, family friendly, there's no problem here. And if there's a problem, we'll handle it. But I don't see a problem.
Is there any other public comment?
My name is
Ray Reed. I have the local 406 Bistro here in town, and I'd just like to voice my support in favor of the permit allowing us to have alcohol for this short time frame. The premise that families can't have alcohol together in this event just doesn't hold up to all of our neighboring towns that have had the same event, and they have it's a very family friendly environment, which is a proven testimony to our own brewery here in town, which is a family friendly business that children go in there all the time to participate in the consumption of alcohol, beer, like we would be having, not hard alcohol. And in all the barbecue events that I've participated in and competed in our neighboring towns with the same type of venue, it's never been an issue. It's a very family-friendly environment and event, and it's well received by the community. And I personally don't see any issue in calling it a family event with children just because that there's beer served there. Thank you. Is there any other public comment?